Les agents pourchassent 2 suspects drogués qui conduisent une voiture volée. Les tapis cloutés déchirent les pneus en lambeaux et les enjoliveurs se détachent. Au volant, Don Boggs ralentit et semble vouloir s'arrêter. Soudain, son copain sort de la voiture et tombe sur la chaussée. Un policier s'approche. Theodore Cutler se relève et prend quelque chose dans la voiture. Un long couteau de 30 cm.
What is the purpose of my life?
Le drogué menace les policiers de
Ask once a man in gumshoes,
Il tente de le neutraliser.
this and he almost beat me up. So I stopped asking questions and figured it out myself. This is what I have found.
Enragé se sent invincible.
This world is as it is. Days and nights follow each other, and happiness or suffering is what we get here. This happiness is coming from ourselves. Also suffering is done by myself. I am creator of my happiness and my suffering. How come there is so much suffering in this world and it seems not much happiness? Ask yourself this before you kill your victim, animal or another human being. Then you will have your answers for your own suffering, heavy labor, illness and pains of all kinds. Many suffering people are depressed and in anguish enduring their troubles and difficulties. They are like spider in open desert with nowhere to go and no one to turn for relief. There must be a cause of this suffering and also the way out of this condition. The best way of realizing causes of our trouble is to look at this trouble and figure it out what it is, how it looks like and how it feels, how it is felt. Are you happy now? Why are you suffering now? When did you contract this fatal illness? Do you remember what you were doing in the past? There is a cause of this suffering. Our past is the answer. Look at the world and learn a lesson that hurting other beings brings your own pain, brings problems at you and at your family, at your spouse and at your children. We are being killed, tortured, molested, raped and beaten up now. We are not only as human enduring suffering, but also living as animals. You got trouble now. Life and death, a matter considered as important by majority of people. But looking at deeds of many, we see their minds are careless and cruel, indifferent and lazy, not remembering simple principle of life. That don't do to the other what you don't like other do to you. Name for cause and effect is karma. What you give, that you will get back. Of course, with a bonus, a salary you cannot refuse, and the results you want to avoid, but you cannot take away. You live and die in an imaginary labyrinth of your thinking. Your thoughts are causes of your actions, and your actions are causes of your own happiness and suffering. Now, I'm killing, burning, torturing, raping you, but tomorrow or in the next life, we will meet again, and situation will change. That means you will be killing, burning, torturing, and raping me. If I don't remember what happened in the past, I always may look at what is coming at me now. Who do I like? Who don't I like? Who cooks my dinner? Or who cooks me for a dinner? People are generally of good nature, but sometimes we are troubled by our negative thoughts and desires, which turn into harmful actions, and we hurting someone or killing an animal or human being. Sometimes we say we don't want these killings, but they are happening anyway. Even if we don't want to kill, we kill. Why is that? The answer is not simple to explain, but principle is very easy to know. If you don't want your own suffering to happen to you, stop inflicting pain and torment on other beings. You can become suffering free and live your life in security, in wonder and beauty. Life is happiness, and you don't suffer now. The other person is in trouble, but you live in heaven. Heaven and hell are in this world. Those who care and help other beings will live in heaven here in this world. Those who are careless and hurt others will find themselves hurt and in pain. Their life can turn into a living hell in the same space of world where some other beings live in heaven. This is a matter of perception and experience. This is making of karma. And our karma is making of our thoughts and actions done by our own will and a choice we make. There are straw dogs and cats, farm animals slaughtered in slaughterhouses, and human beings slaughtered in war zones and dying on terminal illnesses. Many people seeing great scope of suffering and their helplessness in the face of cruelty and ruthlessness of many other human beings and animals simply suffer because of their compassion and good heart. They want to protect suffering beings, take away their pain and loneliness, but they don't know how to do it. It is possible to change your own suffering, karma, to change outcome of events in your own life, but hard and impossible to change karma of others. You can send money, medications and food to the needy, but negative karma is unchanged and suffering appears. We want it or not. We cannot do anything. You can change your own karma, but not the karma of your spouse, parents or children. You may be helping others, but you cannot take away the history of violence concerning them and the experiences of living with various happy and unhappy events. They want to avoid the bad karma, they have to change.
Mais l'agent Tompkins sait que la ligne qui sépare la vie de la mort est bien mince.
They want to avoid the bad karma they have to change the karma by themselves. Only this will really work. How to change your karma? To do it, you need a process, a long-term solution.
Avec un kidnappeur.
You must keep two thought practices. First is to keep in mind big question. What am I?
Tes valises à dépanneur.
If you keep this question 100% aware of it, you will awake to your true self, awareness, and can eliminate dependency on others. Everything is interdependent in this world.
Un homme armé
We are interdependent on other beings, things we use in our lives.
en Californie.
But through questioning ourselves what or who we are,
De cette fourgonnette blanche.
we can find out that we don't know the answer. But through focus on ourselves, we can put
Dans une maison et a tenté un kidnapping à main armée.
our awareness into its source,
Glisser des mains.
which is within us,
Un peu plus loin, les agents posent des tapis cloutés.
within our heart of each and every of us.
La manœuvre réussie.
Where do we come from? Where do this light of world come from?
Il roule maintenant sur les jantes, mais ne s'arrête toujours pas.
These questions are sending our awareness to its source.
Policier.
We can figure it out. We come from nowhere, and nothingness is where this world is coming from. This nothingness is within us. We are hidden behind
Et on voit 20
our senses, behind our eyes, behind our ears, and so on. When we are at night in our bed,
Il semble impossible d'arrêter ce kidnappeur.
eyes closed, lights out, before we fall asleep, and after picture of world light disappears, we can be witnesses of various visions and hallucinations which appear before us, although
Le véhicule a démarré. Mais le désaccès n'a pas coûté les pompes. Il refuse de se rendre.
although our eyes are closed and no external light enters into them. We are having these hallucinations and our consciousness is gone,
La circulation
and we find ourselves dreaming and sleeping.
obstinément de discuter avec les policiers.
There appears worlds of dream
Les grands moyens.
and sleep until we wake up next
Les
morning
fenêtres de la fourgonnette.
and open our eyes and see our room, hearing noises of wind, cars,
Suspect. Ou
and people, hearing barking dogs
on voit leur chien.
and chirping of birds.
Véhicule.
The same way as night dream appeared and disappeared, this one light of waking reality appears and disappears constantly.
Deux échecs le conduisent en prison pour la vie.
So what we are?
À la suite d'accusations d'enlèvement.
Who is looking into
à une arrestation.
this one light?
Il a quand même fallu 3 tentatives d'immobilisation.
You can figure it out for yourself
Et un
and change your karma very easily.
Somerville au Massachusetts.
You don't know anything,
Voici un
but you are aware of the source of yourself
une jeune
and the source of reality.
Sa grand-mère l'a envoyé un
You recognize you are coming from nothing, living as nothing, and dying as nothing, returning to nothingness,
Il repousse violemment
which is within you and which is your true self,
porté au sol.
which is no self from the start, because it is nothingness which true you really are, really were, and really will be forever.
Se fait tabasser par le malfaiteur.
This sounds like a
La
paradox.
monnaie de la fillette.
You are and you are not existing.
Cigarette.
There is only appearing and disappearing of this one light,
Sont meurtris. Mais tout
whether it is this world or
représente la vie du
any other world,
Et le voyou décide de se
whether it is dream visions or birth of death.
affronter.
The source is behind your eyes. behind your ears.
Jonesboro, en Géorgie.
It is you. It is in you.
Une équipe tactique est en pleine négociation avec un homme armé.
Find this,
Ici, on reçut un appel bien étrange.
and you will purify all your karma, both good and bad, will disappear. You can become a clear mind with a clear karma. Clear karma is infinite time, infinite space. You want something, you get everything. Your determined karma is gone, and your dirty life vision is gone too.
Cas typique d'un suicide par
Then your life condition and your situation is being changed. And things, bad things, which normally supposed to come at you
d'arriver à un compromis.
from your karma,
Mais les agents de l'équipe
will not happen to you.
à tout moment.
It is as if taking a different street,
Les policiers
different restaurant,
désespérés.
in a different restroom. You can do it to yourselves,
Mais ils
and blessings
pistolet.
won't be necessary. And your hell
Au tour du capitaine McGann d'intervenir
can turn into heaven.
avec précision. Est-il en plein dans le mille. Le pistolet est maintenant hors d'attaque.
J'ai pensé que si j'étais sous l'arme, elle retournerait loin du véhicule. Elle se logerait sur le moteur et aurait peu de chance de décocher.
L'escouade tactique neutralise l'homme suicidaire.
See? Interesting. Very good action.
En fouillant le véhicule, les enquêteurs ont trouvé des notes manuscrites qui indiquaient que cet homme était suicidaire.
Again.
Même lorsque leur aide n'est pas souhaitée. Les policiers continuent à servir et protéger.
Dans cette histoire, ce qui m'a marqué, c'est qu'une arme à feu a sauvé une vie.
This is the truth.